Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, I've got a unboxing and review for you video on the New Bright Bad Street radio controlled Jeep. Now, I picked this up today at the source for 20 bucks on sale. And I have two purposes in mind. One, I'm going to actually start doing some toy grade reviews of new stuff. But I also I want the body off that, because if you guys remember my video of my HSP Ghost that I've been modding up, I've got a Jeep body on it now, and it's red, and that's fine. But you know, I'm going to get another class of machine the same size as this, and I want a black body for it, or I'll use this body as a spare for this if I smash the daylights out of this body. One way or another, I've got another body now, so it's kind of worth the investment for me. I mean, just for a cheesy Lexan shell from even Lighthawk, you're looking at $20 for an igniter shell, and it's just kind of like a boring truck body, you know. The one nice thing about the New Brights is they have really nice detail on their bodies, and they can be modified with a bit of work to go on to hot grade toys. So, let's get this thing out of the box. Okay, so we got manuals. Radio. There we go. Oh, my wife will be happy. The box is already collapsed for her. Oop, don't want to lose that. That's our antenna. Yep, that's all we get. What's in the box? Nothing. Oh, that's kind of handy. This truck's actually got like a trailer hitch on it. Sweet. Couple little twists and that unlocks the key. Bye-bye. Alright, so what do we need for this thing? Well, they didn't give you a antenna pole for that, but that's okay. I got spares kicking around here. I'll just put this one on for a few minutes. New Bright really needs to make better antenna systems. So we got a pole on that one, so we're all good. Let's find out what we need for batteries now. There are no batteries included. And for 20 bucks, I wouldn't expect batteries. So we need 4 AA's. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, get up there. I really don't need to put this screw back in for myself, but for those that have kids, it's a safety thing. So your kids can't go and pull the batteries out and stick them in their mouth, I guess. Alright, so that's done. Now this body, it's not just the black part that I liked, it's also the interior. So I figured, yeah, it's 120 scale, just so you know it is 120 scale. Let's check out our remote, see what we need. Yeah, 2 more AAs going. There we go. Oh, that's cool. Put batteries in it. Doesn't want to lock. Oops. There we go. Smack her into place with some authority. Well, cute little remote. Very, very tiny. I mean, that is tiny. So great for little kids for sure. Us big guys, well, we can kind of deal with it. So, what do we got here? We've got a good little crash bumper. Solid plastic. That ought to take some good hits. Like I said, it's got like a little trailer hitch down here, so you could always tow something behind it. That'd be kind of fun. Absolutely no suspension, which is fine. Hey, I mean, it is a $20 toy, right? What do you want? 4 AA batteries. It's kind of cool that it runs on just AA's. You know, because they'll last quite a bit of time, especially one of these small things. But, of course, you got your typical all left, all right steering. So, let's put some power to this thing. Works. Alright, so I'm guessing our next thing we're going to have to do is take it out to the living room and give it a little bit of a test drive and see what it does. But now, with a lot of the New Bright bodies, they have amazing detail in them. I mean, New Bright does a really wonderful job on their detail, which is really good. There's no working headlights or taillights. I mean, you know, this is definitely something that's not going to be in the area of modability like we've been doing with the Wolf Pro and a few others. Just doesn't come apart that way. It's got a good height for a Jeep. You know, nice scale size. You know, it's 120 scale. The remote's kind of small, but you know, I guess they're thinking about little kids. I guess maybe, to, you know, but they do have smaller remotes. But it is one of their typical cheesy style remotes. Not impressed though that we did not get an antenna tube for this, because even in other ones that I've gotten before, you have all the antenna tubes. And there's no antenna tube in the box other than the one, and so that was a bit of a disappointment, because that leaves room for the kid to whee, you know, whip it around or whatever. It's also something that can get caught up on stuff. I mean, mind you, just having the tube on here is no extra real big whoop, but at least with the tube, you could actually tape off the top of this to keep the tube in place, and it would stay there, and it'd be a little bit more realistic and probably better for range-wise. So we're going to stop the video here for a minute, and then we're going to go out to the living room, and we're going to give this thing a drive and see how it does in the house anyways. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, we're going to just give this thing a run in the house. let's see how fast we can get this thing to move. Oh. We'll try that again. Top speed, yay! It does kind of hesitate a bit, takeoffs, you know. I mean, this is all full throttle stuff, full left, full right, but it hesitates on the takeoff, but I mean, it'll get some speed going eventually. The left and right steering is actually not too shabby. You know, I've driven worse New Bright cars, you know, and steering really sucked on them really bad, and it shouldn't have. But I mean, for a $20 toy, I'm sure it's going to give you a lot of entertainment and fun for a youngster, you know, and it is only $20. It's not a huge investment compared to some of their more expensive toys that are not that great really overall, you know. The steering seems to work really well left and right. I mean, that's pretty good for a $20 New Bright to have half decent full left and right steering. Reverse works really well for the steering and for the amount of power. Let's just do a full reverse here. And so reverse is about the same speed as forward, which is kind of cool. I'm not sure if this thing's going to be able to handle going into any kind of length of grass at all, but you know, on the street, fine. In the house, fine. Smooth surfaces, going to be good. Outdoors, it's kind of hard to say. Now, like I said, part of this video is also letting you guys know I am going to harvest the body, but I'll probably end up keeping the main car itself just for entertainment purposes. But the body is going to stay on it for a little while, so I actually need it. So if we get a chance to take it outside onto the driveway when our snow hopefully leaves enough, then we'll see if it can handle any kind of bumps and stuff at all and how it reacts on there. But that's going to be a while before that happens. But you know, really, for 20 bucks, you can't go wrong. Oh, I just got hung up on the clock here. I got stuck. As always, guys, you know, New Bright has absolutely no parts, so if you break it, you break it. You know, that's just the way it goes. There's a lot of people I've been starting to see on YouTube that are actually trying to modify these things for more horsepower and digital steering and all that sort of jazz. And hey, I'm all for having that kind of fun because it's good to experiment and see how far you can push the things. But as it sits, I would definitely recommend buying this for a little kid, and I do mean a little kid, like we're talking about 6 years and under, you know. Anything after that, you might want to buy them something a little bit better, but great for that purpose. I do find the remote, like I said, was very, very tiny remote. Like, it's like, that's like less than half my hand. I mean, it's small, you know, so even holding it in the hand, it's not too bad, I guess, but you know, for a little kid, it'd be great because little kids have little hands. You know, so that was actually proportionally correct for somebody of about 6 years and younger. The fact that it runs off AA's instead of rechargeable packs, I mean, that has a good point because you could put cheap dollar store batteries in this thing. Probably run for a little while on those. These are, you know, Radio Shack Infinity cells, and they actually are, you know, right up there with Energizers and stuff. So dollar for dollar, you're going to get more bang for your buck with a better battery. And the remote batteries last almost forever, it seems. Not a bad little toy. For price, for how it performs out of the box. And this one's actually flawless, so no defects there. I'd say definitely worth the 20 bucks. The body styling and the detail, that's always pluses on a lot of the New Bright stuff. Very much well detailed. They spend a lot of engineering time into the detailing. and whatnot. So I'm gonna say, you know, in all those classification areas, I'm gonna give this one a pass at 4 out of 5 for sure. You know, I mean, it is really good. It is a little sluggy on the takeoffs, so that's a little bit you know. At least it has really good traction because it doesn't have that much power, right? So it's going to have good takeoff traction. It's going to be very hard to try pulling a J-turn with this thing, but you know, it's not bad, and it's a good value for the $20. I just wouldn't pay more than that. But thanks for watching. You got questions, comments, feel free as always, and we'll catch you on the next vid.